Hi, this is Ed Spilliers. I hope you enjoy this latest episode of Random Trek. Thank you very much. Yeah?
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Random Trek. I am your faithful captain. Or am I? I can't remember anything. Why am I here?
Who are you?
Who am I? I am your Captain Christopher Ingle, joined as always by my trusty first officer, Commander Brennan, the Mystical Mar. Today, we are taking a look at Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 4, Among the Lotus Eaters. Brennan, what did you think of this one going in?
Well, I think I'd only seen it once before. But I did remember that this is the one where they kind of forget who they are.
Right.
And of course, the return to Rigel VII.
Yeah, they keep going back there. I don't know why. All right. Well, let's get into it, and then we'll go from there. So, we open up. Pike is upset. In fact, actually, he upset Captain Patel. Earlier, he had suggested that their relationship might be harming her career, and that kind of sets some things off. Not good for Pike. The Enterprise is ordered at that point to go to the planet of Rigel VII. It was the site of a very unsuccessful mission. Now, throughout the series so far, we have actually heard reference to the mission to Rigel VII by Unachin Riley before. And we'll go on. For some reason, they mention Rigel VII a lot. But they mention it. So they get there. And what they are told is that there are images from this planet, and this is not a warp-capable civilization. This, it's none of that. Prime Directive applies. Well, images from Starfleet say the Starfleet Delta is on top of a building. Pike realizes that the last mission he had there, something must have gone wrong, besides what had already gone wrong, and that they may have contaminated everything. So Starfleet is giving them the opportunity to clean up their mess. So Pike, La'an, and M'Benga go down to the planet. What they discover is a yeoman by the name of Zach Wen? Anyway, good old Zach, yeoman Zach, who was presumed dead in the previous mission, actually is alive, and he's become this horrible ruler. He ends up enforcing a caste system. Laborers lose their memories every night, and they can't remember why they're there. And we see it immediately when they get there, because the crew on the surface are hearing this ringing in their ear, and they have slowly lose their memories. They don't remember who they are really and what's going on. So the away team lose their memories and they become laborers. They hear a legend that memories are being stored in Yeoman Zach's castle. There's a castle, which is really cool. Pike ends up fighting his way inside and actually beats Yeoman Zach. And he learns that the castle itself helps block the radiation. Meanwhile, the crew on the Enterprise is also losing their memories. And what we find out is that there's an asteroid field surrounding the planet that is emitting a radiation that causes people to forget. So as people are forgetting, this is causing problems for the Enterprise. Erica Ortegas, the hero of the Enterprise for this episode, she is Erica Ortegas, and she pilots the ship.
I fly the ship.
She learns what her job is and instinctively navigates away from the asteroids, returning memory to the Enterprise crew. The away team, meanwhile, recover their memories and end up returning to the ship. They end up pulling the largest asteroid out of orbit, which gets rid of the radiation on Rigel VII, restores all the memories. Everything's great. Pike calls Patel, apologizes, and they resume their relationship. Aww.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about the reference in the title. The Lotus Eaters. Brennan, are you familiar with the myth of the Lotus Eaters?
It's in the Odyssey.
It is from the Odyssey. You want to share a little bit?
It makes the people forget that they want to try to get back home.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
Yep.
a while since I read the Odyssey, so I don't know all the details.
That's okay. Basically, the Lotus Eaters, yeah, in Greek mythology, they were a race of people living on this island off Tunisia, and they ate this plant that basically they call it the lotus, and it just causes them to forget every night. It is said to taste as sweet as honey, and it's this beautiful thing. Um, and so they're living in bliss, not realizing they can go away, and living there is not a great thing. Just like the people living on this planet, they can't remember everything from day to day to day to day to day. So that was a nice touch for mythology. I really liked that. Boom. But our focus on this episode is definitely uh, Pike, La'an, and Mbenga. How do we feel about our away team trio?
Well, certainly I enjoy whenever the three of them are on screen.
Mhm.
And I think having them kind of slowly forget who they are, is an interesting idea. But holding on to the things that they do remember, or have some instinctual sense of,
Yeah.
it's an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm. It really is, and I really like that they are put in a situation that we really don't know how they're going to get out of, and they're fully affected, and um, it's just such a cool action, and to connect this to the original pilot, The Cage,
Yes.
was a really great touch because in The Cage we get mention to the botched mission on Rigel VII, very first time this happened,
In fact, Pike even sees an illusion of it.
right? Even in The Cage, Pike mentions losing his personal yeoman, although it wasn't named. He wasn't named at the time.
Yeah, and that's why he had a J.M. Colt become this next yeoman.
Right.
The redhead who liked him.
Yeah. I really like this episode. It's a nice action. How are they going to get out of this episode? It's a nice touch with the callbacks to The Cage, but we could sit and enjoy a little bit of action, a little bit of how is this going to happen? It's great. And then even though it is a little cheesy, I, America Ortegas, I fly the ship. It's cheesy, but I love it, and it kind of becomes her catchphrase.
Mm-hmm.
I like Erica. I really like Erica.
Yes, we definitely do.
Yeah. Now, I will say otherwise, Pike's choices in this for the away team makes for an interesting discussion. Normally, away teams are done for specific scientific or diplomatic there are reasons. Interesting that Pike chose the two best combat specialists on the ship, Mbenga and La'an.
Mm-hmm.
And it really makes me wonder more about, I mean, we've never fully got to see what happened on Rigel. We've had it explained to us. But
Mm-hmm.
I would love to actually see that or read in written story form What do you think of this choice for a more combat-centric team?
It's an interesting choice because we know that the Kalars
Mm-hmm.
are very strong and violent. And certainly it makes sense that those who are experienced in combat should go because the last time they went, everything went wrong. Well, I think it makes sense to have the three of them.
It really does, and I love the added pressure too of the phasers. They find out, uh-oh, they have phasers now.
Yeah.
This is not good. Really, it's like this is what if, and we've seen it before, but I really love the cleanup effort. What if first contact goes wrong? And now we're getting to see the cleanup effort for it. It's a fun episode, but not like ha ha funny fun. It's just really great to see our characters go through this and how they're going to get out of it.
And it also brings up some big themes. The idea of would it be better to live in a world that we forgot everything every day?
Oh,
Not have to deal with the stresses and pain of life. But at
yeah,
the same time, it would rob us of a sense of purpose, I think.
yeah,
So it asks some interesting questions.
that's true. But there was a slight bit of controversy with this episode.
Oh,
So the ringing in the ear that they hear, we actually get to hear it too. But there were a lot of fans who actually had some difficulty with it because it is very high pitched. And there were fans that actually reported it triggering tinnitus in the ear, migraines, and for some people, overloading their hearing aids.
interesting.
I've never heard of something like that happening before. Little crazy, but I guess it wasn't much more after that.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Yes, very much so. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, otherwise with this episode, it really feels like a filler episode because it
it does.
doesn't,
It's not really an essential episode.
especially to this season. Other than the beginning and the end with Patel.
Which it all takes care of itself. So,
Yeah, there is no lingering things to it. So it is a nice filler episode. It was fun to see, the references to the cage, and it's just a nice touch. I like when we can go back, but they don't have to spoon feed us it.
yeah. And it's just fun to. This season of Strange New Worlds, this second season.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago was incredible. Um,
Hmm.
and season three, was great too. But season two, my goodness. I mean, we've looked at a lot of season two episodes. And these are maybe some of the best Star Trek episodes ever.
It's quickly turning into one of the best Star Trek series ever.
Especially those old scientists and Subspace Rhapsody.
Yeah, those shouldn't have worked, and it did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's really nice to at New York Comic Con, they actually showed a clip from season 4, which is really cool.
Mhm.
I love that. No announced date or anything, but we actually got a full clip. It was really awesome to see that.
On a
And
random note, can we get Jack Quaid and Tawny Newsom back again?
I don't know, but I'd like to see that.
Hmm.
And they also announced that in January we're already getting Starfleet Academy. So
January. All right. All
yeah,
right.
January. Isn't that great? Oh, I love
That's
that.
exciting.
New Trek. Yeah, buddy.
Uh,
All right. Well, it's a simple episode. It's a lot of fun. I actually, even for a filler episode, I recommend it, if anything, for the little bit of cleanup and Star Trek history.
Mm-hmm.
You as well, I take it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. So next week's episode, we are moving along to the original series.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Randomizer. Here we go. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the season we should burn. Season 1 of the original series, episode 6, Mud's Women.
Okay.
Alrighty. I can play. I like that one.
We'll have to do our Scottish accents.
Mud is one of those characters that I really wish we got a lot more of, and I was really happy to see him in Discovery.
Me too, yes.
So,
Is
really
that
nice.
Mud's Women?
Yes, really nice touch.
Well, this will
And
be interesting.
it really is. And coming up the end of this month as a Halloween special, our movie night is going to be a look at Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep.
Which really,
it's astounding.
I am so excited because I don't believe Brennan's ever actually seen this.
It's astounding.
It
Time
is
is
astounding.
fleeting.
Yes. But
It's
we're
going
going to
to
be
be
joined.
fun. It's going to be fun.
We will be joined by our friend Kaylee and, of course, the ship's counselor, my wife, Lisa. She'll be joining us as well. It's one of her favorites. And I can't wait. But yeah, Brennan, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky, whenword@bluesky.social. On Apple, Spotify, and YouTube at Page Turners They Were Not.
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at cingle1984. But as always, with every episode, Qapla', live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.